Welcome back everyone, I'm Marcus. We have defeated the entire set of Robot Masters in Mega Man 8, so now we are all ready to go to Dr. Wily Castle, but before we do that, I'm gonna grab the Step Booster, aka the Climb Ladders Faster upgrade. Why that and not the Avoid Knockback thing? I don't know. For the memes, I guess. I mean, it has its uses. You go faster on ladders, you can avoid some shit. But yeah, let's go and start the adventure with a new Wily Fortress with Wily Stage 1, which is very notorious in Mega Man 8 because it's the return of the jump, jump, slide, slide. Let's call it minigame, although it's not exactly a minigame in this part. This is gonna be quite a journey. You have a lot of inputs at the same time. You have the smoke robots, and it's gonna get very freaking quick later on. This is the point where I feel many got a lot of problems in that infamous port that had input delay. Whether it was the Anniversary Collection, I think it was. I haven't checked because I'm an idiot. But yeah, this can really be annoying because there are so many inputs and directions that they give you. I don't really hate these things, but the moment when they tell you jump, I am pretty sure I press the freaking button and I end up falling onto the ground. They're annoying. Also, pro tip, always try and go on the edge, as close as possible to the edge of the screen, because really, you kinda need to do that. If you just jump and don't try to move, there's a possibility that you might just end up falling off the edge like a moron. There we go. You see, I like it. More chain swingling and stuff. Really, Dr. Wily stage could be actually the best occasion in these games to actually go with something more nuanced in terms of exploration. Although there's always the risk of missing the jump, because yeah, sometimes the attach points of the chain can be a little finicky. It's very precise. I mean, usually try to shoot as up as possible and you should be able to catch on the thing. It's not exactly Super Castlevania 4, let's just put it like that. But yeah, let's swing all around. I don't know why these particular blocks have a different color, but I mean, it's cute, I guess. But now we get to the worst part of the stage for me. This freaking boss. Now, we're gonna be here for a while. Let's preface it like saying that I really enjoyed the idea behind this boss, because we have 4 things that he can come out of, and we have to use the Mega Ball like thus in order to basically hit the correct, in order to correct the chute where the enemy pops out. The Mega Ball is the only thing that can hit him, and as you can see, the other things slowly but surely will basically fall over you, and you're gonna hit a lot of freaking damage if you're not careful. And the issue with this fight should be quite apparent right from the get-go. The fact that I really freaking suck at aiming this thing. Now, this is on me, honestly. I'm not gonna blame the game for the fact that I suck ass at this, because this is really a creative fight that lets you use a power-up in a very creative way, but as you can see, when you really suck at aiming this shit, you are going to die, and die quite often. After a while, I managed to freaking get a rhythm. It's the other 2 extremes. I do just fine. If the enemy decides to spawn on the left and right, easy. Just stay in the center, shoot the ball, you're gonna hit the guy. But the moment he decides to spawn in one of the two center places, that good freaking luck, I just overshoot all the time. Now, here I am getting pretty freaking lucky because he decides to basically constantly go on the other side, or almost never going into the center. But once he decides to go in the center a lot, that's when I basically rage, because it really feels like I'm always inching up. Like, you see, I almost got it. I either overshoot it or undershoot it all the time. And once you get to the end, there's gonna be a decoy enemy. Don't hit the decoy because it's gonna explode and do a hell of a lot of damage. And once they're both in the center, I cringe because there's a high possibility that I miss my shot and end up hitting the decoy. So, ugh. But yeah, after a lot of pain, the asshole is dead. This section took me way longer than I like to admit. You probably guessed by all the deaths. Oh, hope you can have fun watching me fail, at least. I am not that perfect, even... I don't think I even look perfect in the actual Let's Plays here. I mean, Zero Mission was fine. Fine-ish. Yeah, we got the worst part out of the way, and yeah, you see, the climb ladders faster upgrade can be a bit of a meme, but look at how freaking fast you can go. Yeah, in a situation like this, yeah, the enemies don't really have the time to register you passing. It's a lot more useful than it might actually look, that freaking thing. Come on, please, thank you. I love that you're able to basically shoot behind the shield with such an ease. Come on, thank you. Returning from Grenade Man stage here with this exploding... I love the effects of the explosion. It really feels like it packs a punch. And once again, we get another returning gimmick. This time is the shooter stage. Time to play another round of Diet Gradius. I mean, I'm fine with that because I really freaking suck at these games, so... I take all the Diet Gradius that you can possibly master if that means getting it done quickly without dying so much. But you have to be on your toes for this particular section, because you can see it's an auto-scroller, but it's gonna put some little tricks up its sleeve, like this section that we are coming very close over here. Yeah, if you stay on the left side of the screen, you're risking getting basically squished by the level design in some places. So don't be too safe. Try and go in the forefront. Yeah, this place here, this S curve. If you take too much time, there's a chance that the autoscroller could catch up and you end up getting closed in that section over there. Basically, you are gonna die getting smooshed by the level design. And now we should be very close to the boss of this stage. We get another boss fight in... no, an actual boss fight in the air, like an actual shooter fight. Whenever he decides to appear. There you go. I don't know the name of this thing, but I kinda like the design. Simple but effective. Now, how does this fight works? You have to basically wait until he decides to open the weak spots, and then you can actually attack him like this. You see? He opens up and you actually use the Astro Crusher in order to get as much damage in as possible. You basically end up damaging the open parts, and his weakness should be the grenade bomb, But really, use the Astro Crusher because you basically get a full screen attack and you can get a lot of shots at once. So yeah, you basically does a lot of short work against this guy. Because the issue is that you can only hit him when he opens up its wings and exposes the weak spots. So yeah, if you wait too much, you're not gonna get a lot of attacks in. Let's go for the third stage once again. And let's see who else is gonna pop out of this place. This very pink place. I like this hue of pink and purple. But I freaking hate the beginning of this stage. This is another part that gave me a lot of problems. Oh, come on. Fuck off. You stupid. Yeah, there it is. You see, now we have enemies on the freaking wall, and we also have these enemies on the floor that's gonna hurt us. Now, this timing grenade, you jump over here, and there's this freaking spike ball and the enemies that shoot you through the walls. That section, during practice, took me way more time than I'd like to freaking admit. It was rather embarrassing on my part because I kept dying all the freaking time. And even here, you have to be very careful with all this stuff going on here because it doesn't really take that much for you to just die like that. All the vertical sections in Mega Man are always a freaking pain in the ass. There was one in Mega Man X, which is a nightmare. You constantly climbing upwards in Sigma stage. I think it's stage 1. It's either stage... Yes, it's stage 1, because you fight the Arachnotron immediately after. And you basically have to climb upward, and there are these freaking Proto-Sniper Joes which shoot with their grenades. No, it's a Morning Star like weapon, and they constantly hit you, and the knockback makes you fall down, and they respawn all the time. It's a pain. Whenever I get to that place, I used to just exploit Sting Chameleon's weapon in order to just get it over with. Mega Man, you can't escape this time! Base, stop it! I don't want to fight with you! You are so naive. This will be your downfall. I'm not the same weakling anymore. I've got new powers! No way! No! You don't know how dangerous it is! Shut up! I'll defeat you! Come on, Treble! Yeah, we fight Base one more time, fused with the evil energy, which is basically just... Let's do it! I'll show you what true power is! No! That's not power! I must prove you're wrong again, Base! I could be an asshole and pronounce it Bass, but there's a kind of a dig to the voice acting, but I'm not gonna be that much of an ass. Yeah, this is the fight against Base. It's a lot easier than what it was in Mega Man 7. It really doesn't have that many attacks, and it's really easy to hit just by jumping. This attack, it's annoying as fuck though, because it really gaslights me. It's easy as shit to avoid. Just stay in the center and then move to the left or right. It's easy as hell to avoid, but sometimes the hitbox, the hurtbox of that animation lasts for a lot longer, and I take damage without not even understanding why that happens. When he disappears, you just go in the opposite directions of when he spawns, so yeah. this fight really, it's not an issue. It takes a while because it constantly stays in the freaking air, and he can do that freaking attack way longer than, way too often. But honestly, this fight, it's really easy. I say it's really easy and then I die like a moron because, of course, I cannot be... I cannot be way too cocky when it comes to this game. Oh, come on, base. Stop doing this attack. I hate this attack. You see, at times I just manage to not get hit by this, and other times something hits me and I don't get why. It really is down to the frame when you decide to move to the left or right. Weird active Earthbox. Base is really just a character that it's a shame how it was basically not used anymore. He came in the series at a time which I feel everybody was pretty much done. They were focusing way too much on other stuff and he really didn't get the time to shine as much of a character in this series could shine. Because I remember meeting Base for the first time when I played Mega Man Power Fighters, and I love this design. Its design looks so freaking cool, and it looks so angry. It was really the edgy rival, my first edgy rival that I ever beat in a video game. You can't beat me with fake power! Wake up, Base! Curse you, Mega Man! I never give up! Base, why don't you understand? Why don't you understand, Base? We are meant to be friends with each other even if you're programmed to fucking murder me. So, I don't know why Mega Man is so... it's always so... Oh, I don't want to fight you, Base. Just with him. Which, by the way, I'm glad though, because now I'm having a flashback at X in Mega Man 7, in Mega Man X, which at some point it just became a constantly repeating, why must we fight? Why must Reploid fight each other all the time? This cycle of violence will never end. I'm tired of fighting all the freaking time. They turned X into such a whiny character by the end. It was so annoying. And I can't even blame Inafune at that point, because he was gone by the direction of the X series. Although I would be surprised if still have some leeway in deciding how much X should be allowed to talk and what he was allowed to say. But yeah, we got to the real boss of this stage. It's the return of the devil monster, and we have the Jello Devil. I know it's probably called the Green Devil, but I want to call it the Jello Devil because it's made of jelly. And this is another interesting fight, because you basically have to open up your way towards the nucleus of its form, which is that grey ball at the center. And to do that, you actually have to use a couple of weapons. You have to shoot your way towards it, and you do it with the grenade. And then once the eye is exposed, just go all out with the chain. And then you just have to basically avoid its attacks as usual. It's very easy compared to the others, because compared to the Yellow Devil in Mega Man 1, which has these very fast-going ball attacks in your direction, this guy basically just decides to go under the floor most of the time. And yeah, whenever he decides to do that, it can actually be quite annoying to avoid. That I recognize. But most of the time it just decides to either go underneath you or do these other types of attacks which are very easy to avoid. So not having to deal with these balls back and forth all the time really makes this fight much more manageable. And also, the grenade really does a hell of a job burning through his jello layer that defends his weak point. So yeah, you can see you do a fuck ton of damage to him in a very short time. So this really becomes a war of attrition. You do much more damage to him than he is ever be able to do to you. So yeah, just endure it, and if you're going with this weakness, this fight really crumbles in a very short time. I gotta say, I like this mixture of weapons, not just limiting yourself to using one weakness, but try and be creative and mixing up a couple of things. This is really the best aspect of Mega Man 8. It really shows that when you're not limited by the 8-bit constraints of maybe the NES, you can do a lot more with this franchise. And I really think that if you really want to move Mega Man into the future, you really gotta lean into the aspect of using the weapons as something that can give you an advantage in even more than just choose the weakness and go from there. But yeah, we defeated the Jello Devils, so now there's only one stage left for us, and we're gonna see each other in the next part of Mega Man 8, where we're gonna tackle Dr. Wily itself. I am Marcus, take care of yourself everyone, have a very nice day, and I will see you in the next video.